to see who the better man is, Kris.
We've
finally
got a stare down in the center of the ring.
After months, Kris. It's time to figure out who's the better man. Hey.
Playing mind games.
Yeah.
Young Myles. Kris Chambers not having it. Hits the ropes. Oh, and a drop kick to Young Myles. Sends him to the outside.
I might say.
Chambers hits the ropes again. Suicide dive to the outside.
Dive because he's that good. He's that good, Kris Chambers.
Crowd likes what they see here. Kris Chambers whips Young Myles into the ring. Myles in the corner. Chambers follows it up with a clothesline. And an Irish whip sends Young Myles to the other side. Another clothesline.
No wasted motion from Chambers.
Oh, a big clothesline off the rope. Taking it to Young Myles.
He's feeling it right now. The leader of Kush absolutely feeling it. Taking it to the leader of Dope Boys. And all of this, Kris, all of this because Young Myles couldn't be the leader of Kush alongside Chambers.
Oh, Young Myles hard to the outside onto the stage.
Chambers more than willing to share the spotlight, but Myles couldn't share it. He wanted it all to himself. He's a greedy little son of a bitch, I tell ya.
Chambers following Myles to the stage. Now Myles with the upper hand. A big slam coming up. Oh, Chambers hard onto the stage.
And we know Chambers has back problems, Kris. We've seen it in the back. We've seen Chambers dealing with the medics. Welts on his back for months.
Young Myles admiring his work right now.
Not being able to have the same range of motion. What's that going to do? That's got to play a factor, Kris. It's got to.
Right hand from Young Myles. We'll see if it plays a factor, Jonny. You could be right. But I will give him this. I'll give Kris Chambers this. We have seen him come back from a lot worse. He is one tough son of a bitch.
You're damn right. You got to wonder how Chambers' family watching this on what they think. We know they're involved with his career.
I
They're
wonder.
at ringside.
Oh!
Kris Chambers fighting back like he always does.
Chambers whipped into the ropes by Young Myles. Fires back.
And
he runs over him with a clothesline.
You know, Chambers has fought for the Superkick'd title. Myles for the King of the Sticks, but this is about pride.
Almost a super kick. Almost a suplex to the outside. Both men. Oh! Young Myles getting the better of Kris Chambers.
Onto his face on the edge of that side walkway, you can call it, like a curb. I would be surprised if Chambers isn't bleeding right now.
Young Myles wants the count out, telling the referee how to do his job. Referee is not counting at the
Myles
moment.
is very aware. He knows all the areas of the wrestling ring and the wrestling duties, and he can tell a ref his duty as well. He is that good. Look at him perched up. That's the attitude I don't like. The disrespect in a grudge match like this.
What's the disrespect? He's taken 5. Kris Chambers, if anything, what is he taking a nap on the outside?
Oh, he just got his head rung off of a curb, Kris.
I think Kris Chambers smoked too much Kush.
He never.
And now
there's
he's
never
taking
too
a nap.
much Kush for Kris. He's the leader of Kush.
Somebody
he owns
check
Kush.
I think he's falling asleep out there.
When weed is legal in LCBOs in 2018, Kris Chambers will be at the head of the government running the whole damn show. That's how good he is with the Kush.
Referee up to 7. Kris Chambers slowly oozing back into the ring. Young Myles is going to have to finish this
now
match.
He has
Finish
his
him off,
attention
Young
on Chambers.
Myles.
Now he has it. Straight fist for a man he used to love, a man he used to call his best friend.
Young Myles stomping away on Kris Chambers, stalking his prey. Young Myles sends Chambers hard into the turnbuckle.
Right onto that back again. Like I said, that back plays a factor. Kris Chambers.
Here's a cover. 1, 2.
Having to use suction cups last month to take away those welts on his back, and you have to wonder how that's going to play. Young Myles knows his man, his old best friend through and through.
Let him go, he's in the room.
Just attacking that back, Kris.
Young Myles wearing down Kris Chambers. The crowd firmly behind Kris Chambers, trying to get that blood circulating, flowing through the body. Young Myles cuts him off. Front face lock by young Myles on Kris Chambers. We're going to see a suplex here. Gets him up. Oh! Twisting suplex.
Innovative suplex right there. Very
Rolls
smart
through.
from young Myles.
And another one.
Again, you don't see that too often.
Let's see if he can go for the trifecta. One for each member of the Dope Boys. That one off the top rope.
Young Myles showing that maybe he could too be. He deserves to be the leader of Dope Boys, but man.
A high five to the fans.
That's what
One,
this is all about.
two. Just a 2 count.
This is all about pride and respect. We know great rivalries always come down to that. Fuck the titles, fuck the championships. They just care about pride and who the better man is. It's all
Young Myles setting
about
up Kris
that
Chambers
five-letter
here.
word, Kris.
Stomp to the gut. Young Myles has got both legs. He's firmly in control of this match. And another stomp to the gut of Kris
Setting up
Chambers.
for a sharpshooter. Chambers' own move. No,
It
not
looks
his
like
own
it.
move, damn it. Trying to
Chambers is countering.
lock Chambers into his own finisher, the sharpshooter. And that's I
Chambers
shouldn't
off
be
the ropes.
surprised.
Young Myles counters and he tries it again. He's got the legs locked, but he can't turn him over. Kris Chambers rolls into a pin and a kick out. Young Myles went for a splash in the corner. It was countered into a suplex by Chambers. Now that adrenaline is pumping.
The crowd getting behind Kris.
Power slam.
What a power slam. And look at him quick, no wasting motion.
Chambers to
gonna
the top.
fly high. It doesn't need to be 420
From
for
the
Kris to
top,
get
the
high.
elbow.
Elbow drop.
The patented elbow cover. 1, 2. Just a 2 count.
The crowd is hot for this match. They know what this means to each competitor. The former best friends, I can't say it enough.
Chambers, oh, what a clothesline. Sends young Myles head over heels. Cover, hook the leg, 2. Just a 2 count again, a couple close falls here.
Very close, Kris, and we know these guys, they know each other very, very well. As the match goes on, it's gonna play a factor, Kris.
Suplex from Kris Chambers, hook of the leg, 1, 2. I think he dropped young Myles a little bit on his head there.
Yeah, good. The way this guy's been acting, he needs to get knocked some sense into him. It could do him some good, Kris.
The fans are pounding the mat, cheering both these men on. Probably more so Kris Chambers at this point. He looks like he's in a little bit better shape right now. He's first to his feet. And Chambers goes for the super kick and misses. Chambers off the ropes and a baseball slide to the outside.
Oh,
but he misses and a super kick from young Myles.
Chambers is down and out right now.
Young Myles grabs Kris Chambers to the outside,
And
whips
Kris-
his head into the
Kris,
mat.
This crowd has been hot in anticipation the entire way, but now it's like they don't know what's going to happen next. They're waiting. They just don't know. They're trying to feel it out, Kris.
Young Myles in control on the outside. Couple stiff right hands. Now it's young Myles going into the ring apron. Kris Chambers back to his feet.
There it
And
is.
he
Put him
whips
back
young
in the
Myles
ring
back into the ring.
and get the job done there, Kris. He knows he's got to win this thing inside the ring.
Young Myles waving the fans out of the way. He has a move in mind. Oh, he spins around, but Kris Chambers catches him.
Oh my goodness gracious. What a freaky move there on that side of the ring, Kris. We got fans in front of us, but damn, we know Myles tried to do a twisted Hurricane Rana, falling, and now they're both. How these two men are standing right now, or
Myles.
trying to, I'll never know.
Myles resets the count, goes back to the outside. Sends Kris Chambers into the side of the ring. That's the stiffest part of the ring. And he
Damn.
slams his head
Right on
right
it.
into the ring apron.
Right on it. And Chambers has had his head rattled a few times, whether it be from Kush, from steel steps, from chairs. It's going to take a lot more to keep the leader of Kush down.
Chambers counters. Oh, and a tornado DDT!
My goodness!
A DDT onto the concrete floor here at the Longboat Hall.
They know they're going to have to dig deep into their arsenal to get each man down. They're going to have to pull a lot of moves out of their bag of tricks, Kris.
Chambers has got him. And another DDT onto the concrete.
That's what this means.
That is twice young Myles' head, his skull, bouncing off the concrete here at the Longboat Hall.
And these fans can't believe it. These fans cannot believe what they're seeing right now.
Cue the chants of holy shit from this crowd here in Toronto, Ontario. Chambers rolls young Myles into the ring. He's going up to the top rope. Fully in control of this match. He's gonna fly high, Kris. DDTs.
That's what he does best. He flies high.
Kris
doesn't
Chambers
matter if it's indica. Doesn't matter if it's pineapple.
Oh, and he leaps right into a super kick. Both men down.
Great timing there from young Myles.
I don't know how either man are standing at this point in this match.
Kris wanting to fly high, but young Myles timing it precisely. Just like his first name would say as young Preston. Very precise there. The crowd right into this one.
The crowd emphatically cheering on both men. Chambers, both men to their feet.
Kris, before the show started, I told you this could steal the show. I told you it could, and it has thus far.
Exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. Chambers now firing out. Grabs the foot. Oh, and a spinning forearm hits the ropes. Once again missing with the kick is young Myles. And a roll through. Here's a pin, 1, 2.
No.
And a kick out.
Didn't get it. Very close though.
Fireman's carries, got him up.
Oh, God!
Oh!
Holy shit, right into the corner, Kris Chambers.
And a pin, hook the leg. This is it, 1, 2, we got a winner. We've got a winner.
How the hell did Chambers get up from that?
That was just 2, I cannot believe it.
How the hell did he do it?
He's got him up. A fan in the crowd just yelled, finish him.
Oh,
and another one.
That's not right, that's not right. Myles does not give a damn about Chambers anymore. There's no respect left.
Young Myles going for the cover. 1, 2, and another 2 count.
Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now, Kris.
Kris Chambers is showing you his stamina, his endurance,
strength, his neck strength. I feel like he might have a broken neck right now, Kris, legit. Legit broken neck. If we don't see Kris Chambers in a neck brace after this, that guy is one tough son of a gun, I'll tell you that.
Young Myles going to the top rope. We saw this reversed earlier when Kris Chambers went up there, and we see it again. This time a drop kick. Young Myles landing on his lower parts.
Oh yeah. Yep,
his
right
balls, if you will.
Yeah, let's say balls. Why not? We can.
His testicles.
No right to censor over here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Chambers fighting away, though, Kris. This guy has so much fight in him.
Chambers setting up for that superplex. Young Myles blocking. Pushes Kris Chambers back to the mat.
Probably want to go for that double stomp.
No, he's back up there. Oh! He just ripped young Myles off the top rope. Kris Chambers. Young Myles is back
right now.
Young Myles is in some pain on the mat.
He flies high every single day of his life. That's why I love him.
Both men down. The referee now admonishing that 10 count. He's at 3 right now. Now 4. The referee is really selling these counts right here.
He should.
It's up to 7.
Let the fans know what's going on in this match.
The referee has got style.
Oh yeah.
8. Both men up. Head to head. Forehead to forehead.
Ooh.
And now just slugging it out. Resorting to the fisticuffs.
Yeah. Chambers.
Now Chambers ahead.
Myles, he knows every move from Chambers, though. Every single one.
Chambers rolls through. 1, 2. Myles reverses it. 2 count.
Myles counters, but just barely.
Oh, what a move.
Young Myles, who's going to win this match, Kris? That's what I want to know. At this point, you could call it a no contest. I don't even know how they're going to make a pin, make their next move for that matter.
Young Myles slowly making his way to the top rope. Chambers is on the mat.
Double stomp.
Young Myles.
We know what he does from up here. It's the double stomp, Kris. Nope. No chance for that there.
Oh, double knees from Young Myles. No. Chambers counters into the sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
In the middle of the ring. Chambers with the sharpshooter. That's it. Young Myles taps.
Chambers wins. Chambers wins. Chambers wins. What a freaking match here at the Longboat Hall. Kris Chambers rocking the show, always flying high. Throw up your blunts for the Blunt Club.
Come on.